playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. For the chance to head to Arizona in 2 weeks' time for Super Bowl 57, we are underway now in the NFC Championship. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. And they go play action now. Newman. Flushed out right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Now Newman on second down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Newman to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Newman has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Play action. Now Newman. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Throwing again, Newman. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Newman. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd down, Newman. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On 3rd down, Newman. He finds his man. It's Robinson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. This is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Bellinger from 8 yards out. And the Giants have struck first in this NFC title game. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Brady and the Bucks now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Brady. Buying time to his left. Airing this one out for Evans. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 52 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Fournette, a first down carry. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A first carry for Rachaad White. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Up the gut, Fournette, and he is going to lose yardage here. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Azeez Ojulari just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's when we're kickers watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it. Brats.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd down, here's Newman. Bellinger hauls it in out left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Barkley. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. On 1st down, Newman. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Newman looking to throw it. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Newman. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the posts. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And a catch right side by Evans. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Throw by Brady, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. Room here to run. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette, 47 yards. And the Buccaneers have cut it back within a score. Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Folk Bucc now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This fielded right at the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Newman's throw pulled in by Robinson here. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newman. Escaping the pressure right. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Throwing now, Newman on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Bucks are going to take possession of the football.
He's been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 1st half.
Brand, that's just not right. You throw it over the middle into all that coverage, and the tip ball goes your way.
Dangerous, but hey, I guess the outcome worked, right?
Oh, boy, did it ever. And, boy, that's the type of play that can give a team a lot of momentum.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And they get Tristan Wirfs, 1st-round pick in 2020. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Well, his trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This one fielded at the 5. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 44, Brady. Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Brady now on 1st down. Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On play action, now Brady. He completes it to Evans. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
First down, here's White. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On play action, it's Brady. They'll roll him out right. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Daniels. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
3rd and goal here. A big play brewing in this NFC title game. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Folk's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Here's Newman. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And this is good for a first down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
A first down carry for Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 59 yards. And the Giants have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bucks offense